What is up, guys, gals, and all you awesome minions of different shapes and sizes? It's me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some more Evolve free-to-play today. We are playing as Wasteland Maggie. As you know, my favorite trapper is Maggie, but we're going to play as the alternate version. This one is a bit more of a combat-focused trapper, and she is really fun, really cool. It's the first time ever of me playing her. Look at that win streak. Isn't that a good win streak on the bottom of my name? That was a really good win streak. I have been doing so well in this game lately. Playing solo by myself, playing with the minions has been so fun, so fantastic. But in this match, we are playing as Wasteland Maggie, the combat-focused trapper. Never thought I'd say that, but she's really fun, really awesome. We're also taking a bunch of abilities with us, which is obviously with the reload, doing a little bit more damage as well, because the really cool thing about Wasteland Maggie is that she has kind of like fire buffs onto her weapons, and even her trapjaw Daisy actually has a fire weapon as well. She has a flamethrower. Haven't actually been able to see Daisy actually use the flamethrower, which is really unusual. I don't know if it's like a glitch or something, but even though Daisy kind of carries that flamethrower on top of its back, not actually seeing it attack the monster. Is there some reason for that? I mean, as you can see on the bottom right, you can press LB, and it can maybe do something, but whenever I press it, nothing happens, and it seems that Daisy just doesn't actually use the flamethrower. It's just really weird. Is it a bug? Is it I don't know, but the really awesome thing is that we're actually tracking this monster, a Goliath, my favorite monster in the game, and we're going to pwn it. We're going to kick its butt, which is really sad because it is actually my favorite monster, and I love playing as the monster the most. And this time it's gonna hate me because it's kind of like a betrayal. It's like I'm like gossiping behind its back, but with bullets. Like I don't want it to hate me, but we're gonna have to take it down. It is my job. It is my mission as a hunter to do that. We have found the monster, which is really good already, which is fantastic. Stage 1. So let's drop down that dome and then put down a harpoon too. Remember that Maggie uses harpoon traps, but Wasteland Maggie only gets 1, not 3, just 1. And this awesome, amazing harpoon actually does damage of fire over time, which is really interesting because the Goliath is made of fire, but for some reason it gets damaged by fire. The assault just saved my ass. As you may have noticed, I had barely any health there. I'm trying to get into the thick of things because remember, I am a combat trapper here, but I need my slim medic to actually help me. We have got a medic that actually is slim, and he's just hiding on a rock. He's not really contributing too much, which is a bit annoying. He is healing bursting, but remember that his efficiency is based on the range of his gun. He has to be really close in there because his gun is kind of like a shotgun in a sense, so when that circle actually fills up on the monster, actually starts doing damage, the more like that circle that contains the monster when he fires actually gives him more healing burst back to heal the team and heal himself, which is fantastic. We're actually doing really well here though, which is really good. Our team is just working together as a unit. The monster lost some armor, it's actually losing some health too. It seems that the monster is really focusing on our assault. Remember that the assault does do the main damage in the team, so if he can take that person down, he might actually be able to take the rest of the team down because the assault is really getting bullied. He's already lost 1 sliver of square of health, which is really sucky, so that means he's going to have less health overall in the rest of the match. But we are tracking this monster even better now. Remember that the planetary scan, which the trapper has now, means that you can constantly find that monster wherever it may be. And the really cool thing too is that it actually gives a speed buff to your team as well, kind of like Kyra's speed boost, but the trapper has it now, while also having the benefit of being able to find where the monster is via like a little bit of a compass marker and a little bit of a hologram too. Fantastic, awesome, really cool. But we're gonna have to move onwards a little bit here. We're gonna do a little transition to try and find that monster once more. The really cool thing is that we're always finding the monster. We're always actually doing a really good job of tracking him down. He does try to hide here. My team splits up, trying to maybe trap him, sandwich him like a really good baguette, but he ends up finding me, doing a pounce attack on me, doing loads of damage, me getting hurt. I do drop a really awesome harpoon trap here, so check this out. I end up flying away. He tries to jump for me, throws a rock, and oh, he hits me, but the shield protects me, and look at that, amazing harpoon trap. Really good thing I was able to drop that just as I escaped his grip, but now I'm actually going to have to be looking forward to some really good heals by Slim, doing some more damage. Remember that it seems that the monster is trying to focus on our assault for some reason, but now he's trying to run away like a coward. And what's really interesting here is something that has always plagued me when it comes to playing Evolve, is shooting down cliffs. So what we're going to find here is the monster hiding from us. It's trying to stay alive, trying to keep that armor, make sure it can somehow get to stage 2. But where the fudge is it gone? I've got to go around here. Maybe it's going to try and go around the back of us, try and do loads of damage. We have loads of mines by Blitz. Markov? Yeah, Markov. And it's this thing of like, well, where is it? It's still there. It's still in that same position. You may notice it on the bottom right. So it's actually underneath us in a little cave. So I'm going to try and aim down here and shoot it, but I have barely any jetpack left, so I need to try and cave up. Oh no, I'm falling down! He's got me in a corner. I've got to try and escape here. Ow, that really hurt. Slim, where's my heals, bruh? Oh goodness, it's like getting mugged in an alley by a giant beefcake of a sexy monster. I'm going to try and escape here as much as I can, but it seems that my medic is not actually giving me any heals. I haven't been downed here, so that means I'm going to actually lose a square of health. Remember that every single time you are down, you do lose a square of health for the majority, the rest of the match that you are living in. Where is that monster gone? It needs to get pwned. We do have a bucket on our team which is dropping down some really good turrets, making sure it does some chip damage over time, but we need to make sure that we can take down the rest of the armor on the monster. Frankly, it has landed on that Blitz Markov's mine, so we actually been able to do a little bit more damage to it trying to escape now, but thankfully I am using Fire Wasteland Maggie, which means that because of that fire buff, we can actually do tiny little bits of damage over time. It's kind of like a poison effect in a way. Look at that. Really, really good. Really fantastic. Trying to make sure it has no armor while it's running away, because if I can take down its armor, it means the rest of my team can actually do some more damage to it. We want to make sure that it's bleeding out. We want to make sure that it's kind of like crawling. Kind of like in Batman Begins. Was it Batman Begins or was it it was Dark Knight Return? Dark Knight Rises, the second one, the Dark Knight, the one where Batman gets like bitten by the dogs and he's bleeding and he's like, oh god, I need a better bat suit. Basically, I need a better Maggie suit because I'm already kind of like ruined, but now the Goliath is bleeding out. It's got so much damage done to it. We need to go finish it off and also, well, find it to finish it off. So where could it be? Thankfully, it has actually alerted some birds so we know the area it's in, but remember that even though the planetary scan shows you the location of the monster, it's also really good for speeding up your team as well, giving that little bit of a speed boost to try and catch up to that enemy player. But where could it be? Dropping down a harpoon just to make sure the monster doesn't try and jump on us or try and escape us by jumping over us too. We do have the dome ready, I believe. Is the dome ready? I think the dome's ready. So we could actually catch it now, I think, if we want to try and make it escape. But it seems that actually the harpoon did stop it for a second, which is good. The assault is going to drop down the dome now to help us. I was a little bit out of range here, but now it's going to have to face us. Oh, look at that harpoon. That was a really fantastic harpoon trap again. Remember, it does a little bit of damage over time, maybe not enough. Maybe they could buff that in the future. I'm not too sure. What is your opinion on that? But those harpoons are doing so well. I just love how it kind of like keeps it down. Basically, Wasteland Maggie works a little bit like Griffin. You know how Griffin only has like one harpoon? It's kind of like that, but it does amplify damage. I'm doing some really good harpoon traps here. As you can see, those yellow lines are my outputage of helping the team through my abilities. We're also doing loads of fire damage. It's trying to hide behind this rock, and it just escapes my wrath just there. God damn it. But hopefully it's going to try and get back to us. Here we go. It's going to go around, trying to escape us, try and climb up this rock. But thankfully, I'm on this little bit of a perch. It means I actually have full cover of the entire arena. Dropping down those harpoons to make sure that it doesn't try and hurt my team. Another really good rejection there. Tries to go for my support, but no. You are not getting my best friend, my best robo friend here, buddy. My bot. Oh, he's my bot, buddy. You gotta look after those. You gotta look after those buckets because remember they do really, really good chip damage to those robots over time. The Goliath trying to escape us even more now, but look at the health. Just give up. Just accept your fate. You're gonna die. Thankfully, that Wasteland Maggie is able to do that fire damage over time, though. So I'm trying to litter it as much as possible with those bullets. Look at that slight poison damage. Poison damage thanks to fire. I mean, that is basically what it is, right? Why doesn't everything just use poison damage? Because the fire effect is just the poison. It's just why name it something? It doesn't make sense. You're basically just calling something that's already there something else. It's just weird. Poison Maggie. She's called Poison Maggie now. She fires poison ivy at you and it gives you a really bad rash and it kills you over time. That's what she now does. We've officially marked that. I've coined it. It's mine. You will not sue me. I will sue you. But we do need to find this Goliath one more time and hopefully kill it. But you may notice I am dropping down harpoon traps just while I'm traversing because if it tries to pounce me again, those harpoons will stop it. Because any form of damage will actually stop the monster from doing a pounce attack, which is really good. So remember that. Trying to keep safe your own butt cheeks during those stealth attacks. The monster has done a really bad thing here and actually put down an evolve stage under a rock right close to us. But next to that albino, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it's to use it as like some form of bodyguard, but maybe we could take this for our own, because remember that these albinos actually give you a damage boost as well, which is going to work completely against the Goliath here. Trying to do as much damage as possible. The Goliath, now stage 2, is hopping around trying to do something. He's trying to kick some serious butt cheeks. Remember that he is got more damage now. He's even got more amplification to his own abilities. Dropping down those harpoons, trying to keep them in the bushes so he doesn't see where they are. But we're now going to get one right in his butthole. Hopefully, you're going to get him in the butthole. Come on, harpoon, do something. Trying to put them down, trying to keep over him as much as possible. Remember that if he does do like any form of AoE damage around those harpoon traps, he will kill them ultimately. So make sure they're kind of away from him. There we go. That was a little bit of a harpoon there, which is fantastic. Trapper doing her job, which is me, which is fantastic. The rest of my team trying to do their best as well, keeping in there. Medic trying to keep as close to possible as him as well, because remember, Slim is all about range. Healing the entire team is based on how close he can keep up to that Goliath. He's escaping again? Oh my goodness! If we had Kybris right now, with her Griffin, she would have stopped him in his tracks. Definitely, definitely indeed. But remember that Wasteland Maggie is all about combat. It's not really about trying to keep the monster from escaping. It's all about trying to do damage while the monster is close by. When it's running away, just pepper it. Just pepper it with your submachine gun. But that's a really cool thing I like about that. Is this thing of that, even though Maggie is really good at, say, like, keeping the monster as close to you as possible at all times, because remember, she does have those 3 harpoon traps, so if you're able to kind of, like, line them up when the monster is escaping, that means you can keep it there for longer and let your team do more damage. But seeing as we're playing as Wasteland Maggie, it means that we can kind of just, like, go after it and actually do the damage ourselves. We don't have to wait for anyone to try and do the damage while you're trapping it, because remember, her submachine gun isn't the best, it's not the most contributing, so that means that now that we have this flamethrower round submachine gun, we can actually do some awesome stuff. Where is this Goliath gone? Just completely buggered off. We are trying to chase it down though, because remember that the matches only last 10 minutes now. There are 3 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock. So hopefully we can find it, kick its ass, show it some justice, some injustice. I mean, Wasteland Maggie does look quite evil. We have found it once more. I think this is going to be the final showdown. That rock trying to go for me, but it takes down my harpoon trap, which sacrificed itself to save me, because remember, harpoon traps do have a mind of their own. They are sentient. I did replace it though, and as you saw there, I was able to do another really awesome harpoon. The monster got really agitated, went for it, and actually bitch slapped it in the face. We now need to try and protect my support here, so I'm going to have to try and maybe go into the combat here and drop down another harpoon, possibly, potentially. Oh my goodness, that support is nearly dead, but my harpoons are trying to keep him safe as much as possible. I'm trying to find some way of putting it, because for some reason water will not support harpoon traps, which is really annoying. Hopefully those harpoon traps will evolve over time. The monster is nearly down though. One more square. Just keep peppering it. Keep doing that damage. The team is coming together as a unit. Our medic is down, but hopefully we can actually get above this, and we have been able to stomp it. Everybody. Goliath taken down by the first Wasteland Maggie match on the channel. That was so fun, so exciting, so epic. Oh my goodness, she deserves a drink after that one. There was so much work for the trapper there, don't you think? But let me know in the comment section below what you thought to Wasteland Maggie. I would love to know. We're going to try and keep that win streak for as long as possible as well, because I like to try and kick ass and evolve as much as possible. But either way, it's been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, playing some Evolve for you, free to play, on the PC. It's been awesome. Let me know though, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.